Good morning, guys, and welcome to the City of Smiles, the second largest city in Denmark, Aarhus. We filmed in some really hot weather this year. We filmed in some really cold weather this year. We filmed in some really rainy weather this year. But today we are going to get winds of upwards of 40 miles an hour. It's supposed to be crazy windy, but we're gonna power through and we're gonna show you Aarhus. I think probably the I think besides the wind, the toughest part about today is just about everywhere that we're going is outside. It's like 35 degrees out here too, so it's cold and it's windy. How we doing, Hannah?
I promise I'm not crying. The wind is just making me cry. I'm happy. It's the City of Smiles. We're happy, right? Fighting the wind.
It's a little crazy, but it's not gonna stop us from getting coffee. The only difference between this coffee stop and the other ones is normally we get it to go, but my hands are icicles right now. So we're gonna go in there. I'm gonna warm our hands up.
Today's coffee is at a place called the CABRA Coffee Roasters, and we came here the other morning on our walk and the coffee was fabulous, so we knew we had to come back. The atmosphere in here is really cozy, like with the wooden floors and the low ceilings, and you'll find that at a lot of places around Aarhus and specifically here in the Latin Quarter. We knew that this coffee is exactly what we needed to warm us up for this day of exploring.
It is 1,010 degrees. There is no chill. It's either freezing cold outside or the mug is burning hot. The location's pretty small, but the company definitely isn't. They've got a large roastery in Copenhagen, as well as some international locations in New York, Dubai, and Bangkok, I believe. They've grown an insane amount over a decade, but once you come here, it's easy to see why. This filtered coffee is fabulous. Normally we get coffees to go, or if we do drink our coffee in the coffee shop, then we're normally here for what, 10 minutes? We've been here for like 45 minutes. They really know how to hook you at these coffee shops. You could spend hours here and just not bat an eye. It's great, but we gotta keep moving. So let's go.
Where are we going?
One great thing about Aarhus is, although it's Denmark's second largest city, it's still extremely walkable. Although it's not very big, there's still some really cool buildings that you have to check out when you're here. This area is called Bispitauf. I hope that's right. If you speak Danish, I'm so sorry for butchering that. But it translates to Bishop Square, and it's the centerpiece kind of the old town, and it hosts the Aarhus Cathedral and the Aarhus Theater. The Aarhus Cathedral is the tallest church in Denmark, and it's made of like really beautiful brick. It opens at 10 a.m., but unfortunately, it looks like there's a service going on inside. Oh, here's the way to get it. I'm sorry if you can't hear that. Oh, wow. We're gonna be ducking behind buildings all day. It sounds like there's a service going on inside, so we can't go inside, and we also can't go inside the theater. The other building to see here is the Aarhus Theater. It was inaugurated in 1900 and has a whole host of different shows and plays that you can go and check out. Unfortunately, we're not gonna do that because it's like $40 each to go, and it's in Danish, and we just don't have the money or the time. But if you have the money and the time and you're visiting, then go ahead and do it.
The streets in Aarhus are very quaint, very cozy, very walkable, and the oldest area of Aarhus is considered to be the Latin Quarter where we just were, but the oldest street in Aarhus is the street behind me called MØLLESTIEN. It translates to mill path, and it's a great place if you're into photography, to take an artsy picture, or just walk down a really cool street with your coffee. This is the place you want to do it.
You blown away yet?
Nope, we're still here.
Den GEMLE. So the place behind me is a place called Den GEMLE, and it's arguably the most popular museum here in Aarhus. It is an open air museum. If you're unfamiliar with what that means, it basically means that it's entirely outdoors. Basically like a recreation of what life was like in Denmark in past eras. So it's got like historical buildings. You'll see some people walking around in traditional outfits. We found a small little gap to where we could see from the inside. That's kind of what it looks like. The problem with that is it's really windy and really cold. So we're gonna pass on that. It's also like 20 bucks each to go inside, and we would have paid it if we had been here 2 days from now when the Christmas market inside opens up. But unfortunately, we're missing it by about 2 days. As we said earlier, Den GEMLE arguably the most popular museum here in Aarhus. But that's because our next museum is a prime contender for that title. If you visit Aarhus, then you'll most likely catch a glimpse of this place and wonder what it is. It's called the ARoS Art Museum, and obviously it's an art museum. What's unique about it though is the circular panoramic rainbow walkway at the top.
This is pretty cool.
Yeah, this is wild.
I'm not usually the biggest modern art fan, but from the reviews I've read online, it's got a good mixture of various types of modern art.
My precious.
Anna's absolutely terrified of Gollum from Lord of the Rings. Kind of looks like Gollum. So couple that with the walkway that'll give us a panoramic, albeit colorful view of the city, we figured we'd pay this place a visit.
I like almost had to squint at times because the eyes were adjusting from different colors. It was just a wild time.
So we've left the art museum and now we are trying to head to another place that requires us to take public transportation. The problem is the public transportation here does not take contactless, so you have to pay in cash. So we're gonna take out like 100 Danish crowns, I think.
We also got some croissants for lunch. Hopefully they don't blow away.
So our next stop is a place that I've got really high hopes for. We've hopped on the 100 bus. We purchased 2 single tickets for the bus and it was 22 Danish crowns each, so 44 total. And we are taking it to a place called MARSELISBORG Park. It's like a deer park. I told Hannah about it and she lit up last night. Supposedly admission is free and you can like go and pet deer or feed deer, something like that. They're supposedly really used to humans.
Oh, what?
It's down here. Through this trail is a shortcut or 2 minutes longer on that.
Let's go through the trail.
Let's don't say we did.
We have a welcoming committee.
He is not small. How are we feeling, Hannah?
You look blended in, don't you? Hello. Very worth it. All right, let's go. There's so many. Look at all of them.
I had a feeling she'd be all about this. But I gotta be honest, I know that they're like used to humans. But it's a little nerve-wracking. Some of these deer have big old antlers, and I just want to stay in their good graces.
Got 'em.
I wish we.
Got 'em.
Oh my gosh.
Got 'em.
I don't have food.
What's up, gang? This is unquestionably one of the coolest things that we've done.
Is he burping?
I don't know.
Are you okay?
He's like yelling.
Are you okay?
Okay, so that sign says that the stags are currently rutting and they can be aggressive. Seeing as how one of the stags is missing a horn and the other one was just like yelling, honking, or whatever they do, we're gonna get out of here. Well, bad news bears. Our next stop is right across the street from the deer park. It's a place called the Infinite Bridge, but unfortunately, it's not there right now. I just looked up online and the reason it's not there is because it's been taken out for the winter time, which makes sense. That happened in October. Yeah, you can kind of see where it goes around right here. They've just taken it up, obviously. The water's really crazy and the bridge is more of like an art piece than anything. And I'm gonna go put my hand in the water of the Kattegat, or Kattegat, however you say it. I've been in the Kattegat. I'm one with the Kattegat.
All right, we're gonna take a little break from this crazy wind and we'll see you at dinner. Time for dinner. If you know us, then you know that we love street food. One of the best dining experiences that you can have here in Aarhus is at ARoS Street Food, so that's where we are. There's everything from like Italian to Mediterranean to even some American dishes. And they have beer, they have wine, so really they have everything. Trey and I don't always align on what we're feeling for dinner. For instance, I'm gonna go with something more traditional Danish, and Trey, do you know what you're getting?
Fish and chips.
Okay, so again, everybody's happy. I got the tarteller. It is a tartlet with chicken and asparagus and a white cream sauce. It's really hot though, so I'm gonna wait for Trey to go get his food.
That doesn't look like fish and chips.
The fish and chips are cooking, but I wanted to get fish and chips because we're right on the coast, so I would assume that the fish will be good. But I want to try all kinds of things. Like for instance, like what did I get? I got a bao bun. Well, I've never had a bao bun before. It's delicious. I felt like I could sample multiple cuisines here. It's the best of all worlds, literally, of all of the countries in the world.
See, that looks like fish and chips.
It is, in fact, fish and chips. If we're being honest, neither of us had ever even heard of Aarhus until a few weeks ago. We've only got a few days here, but in a short amount of time, it's made us want to come back to Denmark and dive a little bit more into the places we've not yet heard of or discovered. Hannah, what's next for Probably Lost, the YouTube channel?
9 cities,
Ooh.
3 weeks.
1 holly jolly Christmas season.
And we'll see you in Germany.
Christmas is coming.
Wait, serious. 1, 2, 3. Chang 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 chang.